Hello and welcome to an episode of the Best Automatic. I'm your host, Captain Pervert.
And we're on Don't Leave Us Out, and I'm your host, Captain Gorgeous.
And I am actually Captain Know-It-All. So, as our previous episode we had,
that nobody didn't like,
it wasn't my fault.
we were meant to be talking about Park Ranger vehicles, but you went on the subject about Barbie.
Well, that was the series of the, scientific experiment or whatever. But the thing is, though, people have a different reaction when they see a pink convertible and actually presume what sort of sex is actually driving that vehicle. What do you mean by that? Well, if they're male or female, and everybody associates that pink convertibles is to do with ladies, isn't it?
Look, we already explained this when we played a clip of that very famous TV program, Top Gear, and they more or less came out with the issue about pink convertibles strictly for ladies and ladies only.
Well, that's just sexist, isn't it?
But it proves the point that we did show them that clip, though, didn't we?
I think we should give him a recap then, shouldn't we? Oh, come on, don't be dragging it out.
And that leaves us with the Ford Street Car. Now, it is a very, very good little car. It does everything it sets out to do, and it does it very well. But you cannot possibly drive this car if you're a man. Seriously, look, there's a man in the car, and he's clearly wearing a dress. Is he not?
Are there any men here who would think of buying this car?
Precisely. Would you anyway?
There were more discriminations about, pink convertibles, and the conversations just carried on. But it'd be too much upsetting for people who own convertibles. We've got to turn it off, lads.
No, there was more, just a bit more,
We thought we'd kick things off by taking a look at a new convertible Nissan Micra. It's possibly the most embarrassing car in the whole of human history.
Yeah, so plainly the job of testing it would go to whichever one of us was most used to being embarrassed. And that would be the one who spent the early part of this year on daytime television.
Right, this is it. It's called the C+C, and it costs £15,000, which is a lot. But that's not my biggest worry. The roof takes 22 seconds to come down, which feels like a long time. But to be honest, you won't be in a rush for anyone to see you. On the plus side, it has kept most of its boot space. Good for hiding it. So this is the top of the range Essenza version. It's got a 1.6 litre, 108 horsepower engine. It's good for 119 miles an hour. But you wouldn't want to go that fast, because with the roof down, this thing wobbles like it's made out of cardboard. Nissan say that it's class-leading...
Well, that wasn't a nice thing to be saying about that car. It's alright.
What do you mean it's alright? For who? I mean, anybody driving a pink convertible just stands out, and that's what they're trying to refer at on that marvellous program Top Gear back in the days, with continue advice they used to give out.
Yeah, but their advice isn't really that nice, was it? They were quite insulting, wasn't it? Quite a lot of it. But, and we'll try not to be, because the times have moved on and all that lot. And obviously, our producers have got a very, very strong point, we brought up from that previous episode. Will you just get on with it? Well, obviously, we knew that we had our car, and we sent our nuts-all-time racing driver to get the car, and we had it converted into a convertible, didn't we? And then we had to introduce another character, like Top Gear had to, but it wasn't because it was Grand Tour, wasn't it? And they had that lady Abby as their test driver.
Well, it's not like they could have the Stig to come with him, is it? Because it belonged to the BBC, the Stig.
Well, yeah, well, now that, right? But obviously our producers want us to do the awkwardness of having a big convertible. They've been doing, like you lot, that you have to have a lady driving the vehicle.
Right, is that what you're trying to get at? Or that whittering on you did?
It's not the case I'm whittering on. It's a point I'm trying to get round. What our producers want us to see is to prove if a hard top or a soft top is faster going our best automatic test track. Obviously, previously, as we saw from the latest episode, our not so tame racing driver took our hard top round the test track. And here's a bit of previous just for you all to remember, boy.
Well, every fast car that we test here is going to go around our test track and set a lap time so we can evaluate them all against one another and it's all fair so the Stig drives them. The times go up there on our power car lap time board, so let's see what the Stig did with it.
Now, this is a scaled-down rally car, turbocharged engine, four-wheel drive. Not the best-looking car in the world, I admit. Yet the Stig has no fear at all as he heads on down for that nasty little jump just before the first corner. Really unsettles the bad chassis, but it won't unsettle the next straight line. 100, 102, 105. That was 105 miles an hour. Is he 94? No, he's lifted, but he's 100 miles an hour. That is seriously quick. That is so fast. This is going to be a fast lap time. Even is he going to keep it nice and smooth, maximum power, and across the line?
So it's quite straightforward. They had a scoreboard. The fastest car was always at the top of the scoreboard, not at the bottom, because a lot of presenters got backache doing all that malarkey and all that lot. So we want to see how it did on the scoreboard, and as you can see, it came third on top of our scoreboard, so that ain't too bad. But we want to know what the hair top is. But what about the convertible? Will it be any better or will it get slower?
He promised us it would have 300 horsepower and four-wheel drive. And here it is. Now it is quite a looker. Anyway, disappointingly, this doesn't have 300 horsepower and four-wheel drive. It has front-wheel drive and only 212 brake horsepower. Still, we're going to be testing it out on our track, but first of all, we thought it'd be a good idea.
Well, every fast car that we test here is going to go around our test track and set a lap time so we can evaluate them all against one another and it's all fair so the Stig drives them. The times go up there on our power car lap time board, so let's see what the Stig did with it.
On the left there, we've got a map of the circuit. On the right, in the centre there, there's a G link and it shows us how much G we're getting. Down for acceleration, up for braking, right and left, obviously in the corner. That was really 1 G through there, the first corner. It's amazing. It's about as much as you could possibly generate. Corvettes used to generate that much. Now he's going through the very straight corner, 45 miles an hour. 50, 60, 66 on the exit. Foot hard down. Now a really fast car is topping the tongue before he has to brake. 99, didn't quite make the turn as he braked hard and into the hammerhead. Most of all is that my mother has one. It's another sort of car, except of course for this one, which is another other car. Is he going to lift? Is he going to lift for the follow-through? Changed up into fourth, and yes, lifted there, down to 80 miles an hour for the follow-through, so he didn't follow through, into Bentley Bend. Into Bentley Bend, and again, this is going to be the fastest part of the track. He's flat out through there, flat out still, 100 a mile, 102 miles an hour, that's very quick.
If you could see the Stig's face, there's probably a good job in the car. He'd be smiling, I reckon.
You're talking rubbish. You're not tall enough. You're nowhere near tall enough.
I'm going to mention power to weight again in a minute, Jeremy.
So here comes the time: 120, 121, 122,
122. Fantastic. How good was that? A 20 grand car you can build in your shed. That's in your shed.
So, as you can see on the scoreboard, our convertible didn't do too bad at all. Not too shabby. So, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was actually.
That has actually, I'm shocked at that. So what we're going to be doing with our convertible is the same as we did with our episode, that we're going to have the reaction on a live lobby. That means our nuts, well, she is tamed, I think, Miss Takeaway, that she's going to drive on an online session with that convertible. And as we all know, it might not be a bulletproof convertible because it's got a big gap in the roof, but it does have shift out. So obviously she likes to listen to the radio, so apologies there. So here it is.
It's time for you to have opinions of our own. This is WCTR.
I am Fernando Martinez. Thank you so much. It's great to be back. Joe, you make the clapping sound effects a little bit too loud. That's my producer, Joe, everybody. She is a woman, not a lady, not a fox, not a chick, not a piece of ass, but a woman. Now listen, for those of you who say Fernando, he's like a dinosaur, he does not understand the modern world. He is an old relic of the bygone age. I like to point out Joe is a woman. More or less, therefore, Fernando, he has gone multicultural. He is very much of this century. I am famous for many things I have been in this life. Entrepreneur, singer, therapist, artist, disc jockey, philosopher, lover, corporate spokesman, martyr for justice and truth that lives in every man and woman's heart when I was unfairly imprisoned for entirely unproven allegations. In short, I understand life and life, she understands me. I have been chosen to help guide you down these crazy rapids. After my show was taking off the air, now I am making money by talking about money, and making love by talking about politics, and also because I am the new man. No longer do I talk about grabbing the girl by the haunches, riding her like a pampas bull, and sating your every manly desire. No. Those days, they are gone. The medallion, she is off. The children, they have a mommy and daddy to look up to. And I am not making inappropriate remarks by letting my passionate gaze linger on Joe's remarkable form. Not for a second.
Oh, shut up.
You see, I take the classes, the awareness classes, the 21st century classes. Now I know I live a long time in ignorance. I feel so sorry for treating the women like pieces of meat. Now I treat the women like they are equal to me. Goddesses. It is not appropriate to tell a sexy lady that her curves make your loins turn to fire. Now you say something sensitive, like, have you considered an exciting career in microfinance? You are very smart. You see, these days, there is so much left that is unsaid, like lust. It's so good to be back, right, Joe?
Yes, yeah, it's great. We have a great show. Let's get into it, Fernando.
Listen, money talk time. The markets have been going up and down. Fernando has been watching the bond market especially. Very volatile. Like a lit flare. Boom! And then gone. For your financial questions, just go to the phones. Speak. Make sweet love to me. Talk dirty like you think Fernando has been a real naughty boy who needs a good spanking.
Yeah, wow. All right, well, anyway, Fernando, I love your show. You've really given me some fantastic stock and tax avoidance tips over the years. I wanted to know, how do you feel about the debt ceiling?
Listen, my child, I love ceilings. I love staring at ceilings. I love mirrored ceilings. I watched a lion hunt his prey, only backwards. A man grows old, but a lion grows distinguished. I am a lion. They put me in the cage, but I break free. You must break free of the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling is a ceiling I do not love. She is very delicate, like a barrier of skin that denotes youth passing into full womanhood. You must smash through it with turgid loins, no? No, absolutely not. This is not how we think now. This is the old Fernando. How we think now is the debt ceiling is an arbitrary barrier to a productive, integrated economy. If we cannot borrow, what have we become? We have become fools. These politicians, they should not play with the debt ceiling. You are going to end up in a lot of trouble and get slapped.
Okay, let's go to our next caller. She's really upset.
Hi, I can't believe what I am hearing. Who are you? What happened to the show Lean In?
Yeah, they kind of got canceled.
I don't want to hear about the stock market and politics. I'm a housewife. I want to hear four women prattle on, claiming to empower us by talking about celebrity rumors, sex, and shoes, while passively aggressively criticizing each other.
Listen, I feel for you. I'm very sorry, lady. I mean, woman. But I want you to listen to that chromosome.
Why would I listen to...
Precisely. Listen to this white chromosome hanging up on you. You have two X's like a bottle of moonshine, and you make people go blind and crazy and feel terrible the next day.
Okay, Fernando, come on, that's enough.
Oh no, sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. I try. I make progress. I relapse.
Let's get to our first guest. Please welcome to the Fernando Show gubernatorial candidate, former teacher, and successful divorcee, Sue Murray. Sue, come on in. Sit down.
Good to meet you. Let's rub noses like Eskimo people.
Good to meet you. I'm so excited to finally be on your show.
That's a fantastic pantsuit you're wearing. A suit that looks like pants. You are a professional lady that does not show off the cleavage.
Thank you. Really, I think.
Let's get to it. The state, she is broke. The poverty, she is terrible. The people, they cannot afford a new cell phone every month. What do you think, Sue?
I think getting a woman in office is crucial. If I go through that door, I take everyone with me. I take all of the women of San Andreas with me. They'll all be governors if I am. That's how I want everyone to think of it. A door we're breaking through because you're voting for yourself in the shape of me.
This is a very big office. How will you feed all these women? And they will talk loudly? And somebody...
It looks like Ms. Takeaway has found a online player finally. You know, I've been listening to Fernando on the radio. Have you noticed Fernando wears a pink shirt and all that lot, fellas?
Well, yeah, we noticed the guy with the pink t-shirt on the toilet as well. Oh, the online player's moving. Oh, that is very serious. Oh, look, pointing at pedestrian. Oh, what's she doing now?
Well, I'd say, so I told you about pink convertibles. Oh, you know what? It just that reaction, because obviously you don't know what type of player you're going to meet, are you? I mean, obviously, you know, she was sticking a gun in front of their face and all that. Look, obviously, you know, you'd be shooting. But yeah, it proves to show that, you know, driving in a pink convertible, you're fine, fellas, aren't you? And that just proves the point. Yeah, but really, we want to know, you know, this is just going to get boring. She's been driving so long with the radio on, listening to all that, and, you know, well, she's on hot pursuit now, you know.
Well, that is annoying. That's like weird stalking, innit?
Well, yeah, it would be like stalking somebody on the game, and yeah, it quite be put it, you know, serious crime doing this on online, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just been a nuisance.
Well, no, she's like having a bit of a challenge and all that. Look, we'll see what happens. Oh, see, they pulled over, and you know, oh, yeah, name and shame. They killed our little, you know, just takeaway, aren't they?
Well, yeah. So, sadly, that's how the game goes, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it is quite a violent game. As we all know, there's a lot of gunplay, lots of guns involved. And another thing, we don't actually know that could have been a lady. What's in that lobby? What was that character?
How do you know that?
But the thing is, how do you know it's not a boy or a young man or an old man or all that lot? Don't presume that it's male, do you? Ladies don't get on. So, you know,
Anyhow, she's back on now, so I wonder what's going to happen now.
Well, hopefully that she finds another online player, as you can see on the map, and they've got a convertible as well.
Oh yeah! Oh look, two convertibles maybe racing to get into each other. Oh, they got out. Oh, it looks like, they're pointing a gun at her. I think it's name and shame, isn't it, again? She's just got killed.
Oh no.
How would you feed all these women? And they will talk loudly, and some of the women, they are angry, and some they are bitter, and some they are catty, and so everybody is menstruating at the same time. This is a problem.
Well, it's more of a metaphor. Listen, I've done a lot of thinking, and I've realized the only way for women to move forward is if we all start to think in exactly the same way.
Like ants, the hive mind.
Exactly. By all being the same. That's how we will be free. Listen, women finally need to make it through the door of the state capitol.
You are probably just going to spend a lot of money redecorating and looking through catalogs.
Fernando, we spoke about this. We know women have a legacy as problem solvers and can emotionally detach themselves from things. Well, I want to bring that attitude to running this state for everybody. Well, everybody I like and can talk down to like a real liberal.
Fernando has a question about education policy. A beautiful and fertile 28-year-old female teacher. She made love to a 16-year-old student. She got a slap on the hand. But a male teacher, he wants to educate a cheerleader in the ways of love. He is a criminal, serving a 15-year sentence and on a database for life. Many times, when Fernando was in class, he would look at the teacher and think, I would like to bend her over while she write algebra equation on the chalkboard. So sexy.
Fernando, equality. Remember equality. No sexism.
Oh no, I have done it again.
What?
I am working through some things. Terrible things.
Well, we as a state need to work together. And to your question, firstly, it's not okay for anyone to take advantage of anyone else. Let's be clear about that. I was a teacher for many years, and no one ever took advantage of me. Being a teacher explains why I speak so loudly and talk down to everyone. Do you two understand? When you talk to fourth graders every day, you have to come down to their level. And that's sort of like dealing with normal people. Children are the future.
This is not possible.
No, children are the future. And that means the future is going to poop the bed. That's why I think I'm perfect to run the government. In government, you have to learn the rules of the game, then change those rules. It's about taking a good hard look at what we are glorifying in our culture and then shutting down anything too many people find fun or funny. I mean, if people are happy, who's going to do the work? I encourage everyone to do their part to help me win this election, but also fight back against the big oil cartels.
I know. They have a stranglehold on this country, holding it hostage from behind, penetrating. Tears, but also joy from the tears, because oil and petroleum are a very sensual investment. People say, Fernando, you are a liberal guy. You go to the charity dinners and have a recycle bin full of champagne bottles. Fernando, how can you invest in the oil? Fernando is, how you say, a pragmatic guy. Fernando worry about old Fernando. Fernando, he knows the true liberal have the money and the guilt, and that is who I am, who I want to be, the rich hypocrite with the guilt complex, like you, Sue.
Listen, Fernando, I'm from a middle-class family that worked hard so that I could eventually marry an obscenely rich man, and then tell women out there to stand up, stop complaining, and make something of themselves. I believe in hard work.
So finally she found someone. Oh, bleeding neck, she's been shot.
Oh no, again.
That's all she does is get killed, isn't she? And now a car's stolen. Well, yeah, but see, that's the point I keep getting at. That pink is a man's colour. That's why ladies like wearing pink dresses, because we're attracted to the colour pink. Well, that doesn't explain about, the car being stolen, does it? Well, no, but it's a possibility, isn't it?
She was wearing a pink dress and they still shot her though, didn't they?
Well, yeah, 'cause she's got a pink car, hasn't she?
Well, she hasn't got a pink car right now, has she? She's chasing it with this orange car, isn't she?
Well, yeah.
Oh, so now she's gonna get violent to get her car back now, isn't she? What's she doing?
I think she's getting shot again. Oh, she's dead again.
Well, it's name and shame for that online player.
Well, yeah, but she's not terrible, isn't she?
Well, yeah, I thought the idea of the producers this is a good idea, watching somebody else on the live lobby.
Well, it could be worse, could be yes. And all that gun crime and all that lot, it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, we're used to, ladies being violent and all that lot against men and all that lot, wouldn't you, on this game, wouldn't you? But, yeah.
Well, we don't know if that person that stole that car could have been a girl, been a male character.
Well, yeah, this is it. You don't know who's behind that mic, do you? Or that controller.
Well, yeah, I agree on that. Anyhow, she's back on, so it's going to be interesting now. Hopefully, some online players, as we can see, coming up to the map.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to be a bit cautious, because it's getting a bit tiring, we want to know how real online players react to this vehicle. And like I said, like a bull's attracted to the red cloth. Maybe us men are attractive to, the colour pink, and we associate pink for, for the opposite sex, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Even it was a men's colour.
Well, yeah, you keep reminding us of that, but yeah.
So, yeah, this player. Oh, right. There's some physical contact now.
Not the reaction we was hoping to get.
Well, you don't know. Like we said, it could be a female online player.
Well, it could be a male.
This is what I keep getting at, you never know what type of player it is. I mean, if you speak to them, yeah, you'll know, but yeah, you just left presuming, what sort of player it is and, who it be, sex, whatever. But yeah, very aggressive, but you notice you can shoot at them vehicles, and obviously. So it could be a form of, touching. I mean, the vehicle is actually touching its bum, her. So and yeah, that could be a form of flirting. That.
Right. I mean, cars banging into each other. Right. But GTA does explain, good possibility.
Well, yeah. I mean, what? So it looked like they were trying to kill each other, but they're not. They're like, playing like tag of war or something, or with cars. No, they're not really bothered about our character, though. They haven't killed her or anything. So she's doing all right. I mean, yeah, she's going a bit all stalky, but
Stalky?
Well, stalker, but you know what I mean, anyhow. But yeah, alright, what's she doing there? Right, oh, she's still pursuing, isn't she? I think. Yeah. Oh, right.
No, not like she is. She's going away now.
Maybe she's found some maybe interesting characters to hang around with or something?
Well, that car is good though, isn't it?
Wow, oh bloody hell, did she that? Bloody hell, well, that was a right crash that though, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Well, she'll have to get that repaired.
You had a very public divorce, Miss Murray. Yes, that was unfortunate. But I stood up for what I deserved in divorce court. Our legal system recognizes the contribution a spouse makes to the other's success. Excuse me?
Fernando not laughing. He, thinking you deserve more.
Yes, we do deserve more. I took 80% of my ex-husband's wealth. Like many women, I said one thing before we got married, then stopped doing any of those things afterwards, and acted indignantly when my husband got upset. And that ability to lie and change my mind makes me perfect for elected office. Now I'm ready to sign a contract with our great state and be your next governor, because I've proven I'm someone you can trust to break their word when it's for the best, and that's what we need in a leader. We should talk about border security.
Yes. Fernando was thinking about the gaping hole in our nation's security. We have to plug that hole. We're all exposed. Shut it tight.
Fernando.
Sorry, but it's a fact. We gotta plug the gap. But at the same time, we should allow some undocumented workers in for a party time. I know, Fernando became an American the courageous way, by outrunning the speedboat.
Well, we need to make sure we can pledge to our children and our children's children that they will have clean air to breathe, clean bottled water to drink, and most of all, that the rich will pay their fair share, which I compute to be about 82.5% of all future income. So what you're saying, Sue, is you've made a lot of money, and going forward, nobody else will be able to. Exactly. I'm very wealthy, and I'm making sacrifices, so the middle class will have to get on board too. It stands to reason, does it? Yes. If we want a fairer world, it stands to reason that you need a rich, impartial person to tell you how to make it fair. This is something Vinewood understands implicitly, and I'm going to take it across the state. Let's get back on track. I think we have a health crisis in this country, and people should have the medicine they need, like Proposition 208.
Yes, Fernando loves medical cocaine. I say, pretty lady, you look like you are not feeling well. I will help you. I have put a roll of medicine down there for you. Oh, yes. She's feeling much better now. Maybe you want to take it like a suppository. Oof.
Yes, okay. We have some people on the phone who have questions for Miss Murray.
Okay, line 8. Hello, you are on the Fernando Show with Sue Murray.
Yeah, hi. I'm a big sports fan, but it's gotten a little ridiculous, you know. The celebrities getting the best seats, and they come for free, and the stars don't try. They get paid millions of dollars and constantly go on strike. The food costs a lot of money.
Well, that's the true meaning of sport. It's about a shared experience of going broke together while watching a few drug addicts get insanely rich. That's America in a nutshell. I want to tax those rich people and make them think twice about what they did to get there in the first place.
Well, we better get a damn football team, cause it's bad enough this city has no real identity except unhinged police and terrible TV.
Yes, violence is a real problem.
Fernando knows this very well. I give the guy in traffic the bird. He does not like the bird so much, I think, because he comes and kicks Fernando's door.
There are so many things that glorify violence. I saw this awful book at the store, Hitting Kids Works Wonders, by some ex-soldier called Alan McLean. I mean, you should never, ever, ever lay a hand on a child.
This is true. Don't touch that child. You will get in big trouble if someone is watching.
Now, you talked earlier about the debt ceiling. That's a big issue that is too often politicized. A lot of professional women in this state are hitting a glass ceiling.
The debt ceiling, the glass ceiling. Fernando is tired of all these ceilings. Ceilings aren't really ceilings. They're those fake ceilings in little squares, and you can hide things up there.
Okay. Well, we've got someone on the phone who really wants to talk to Miss Murray. It's author and parenting guru, Alan McLean.
Hey, I heard what you said about my book.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. McLean, but it's barbaric. Children should be coddled and never made to feel bad or actually respect authority.
I'll come over and hit your kid right now. Hell, I'll come over and hit you. You sound like you need a spanking by a Marine, and I'm the Marine to do it.
My goodness! I thought this was an intelligence station.
Is this what you would like, Sir Murray? Would you like this man who writes the book to spank you like a little girl and then hold you tight afterwards? His stubble on the nape of your neck, smelling of whiskey on his breath.
What are you talking about? Never. Since I divorced my ex-husband and took all his money, I've pledged myself to a higher calling, public office and political correctness.
Keep telling yourself that, sister. Let's take another caller.
Hi, Miss Murray. I'm going to vote for you. I really appreciate how you reach out to the gay community.
Oh, you have the best parades.
I'm not gay. I mean, I wish I was. Anyway, listen, over 80% of marriages end in divorce. It's a historical fact. All women eventually turn into fat slobs.
Fernando is agreeing with you silently, but out loud he says, don't hurt people's feelings.
I mean, gay guys keep in shape at least. Well, most of them do. But wives? I don't think so.
Excuse me, what kind of shape are you in?
That's not important. I'm not the 400 pounds now, you know. I can almost see my penis.
A powerful bear who loves his honey.
Okay, let's go over here to line 5. Please, speak some sense.
Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, Mrs. Murray. Big fan. I'm voting for you. I really am.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really want a multi-millionaire battle axe telling me how to live. It's no wonder politics sucks. The choice is between you, who give women a bad name, and the guy whose qualification for office is that he's great at jumping off of a train wreck.
We all know women hating women is the worst form of misogyny.
I don't hate you because you're a woman. I hate you because you're a rich idiot who thinks you're better than everyone else.
But you see what I have to put up with, Joe. You see? Women hate each other, try to bring each other down. That's men getting into their brains.
I love you, Sue. I love you when you get flustered, when you get sweaty.
You're a woman hater. I've had about as much as I can take. Goodbye.
I took the classes. I am a new man. I love all women equally.
Oh, yes, right, of course.
Sue, come back here. Sit on my lap. She's gone. Why does this keep happening?
Okay, I think that's pretty much all we have time for today.
I was just getting my emotional flow going. But okay. Remember, Big Passion, she is back on the Fernando Show.
Finally, you can play video games without gameplay. Available on the iFruit phone, drone, and all overpriced tablets, it's Digifarm. All the mind-numbing tedium of an agrarian lifestyle combined with the soul-crushing loneliness of the internet in a game truly worth 99 cents. Digifarm. Finally, you're actually watching the grass grow under your feet, digitally.
I'm a tiny farmer. I click on buttons and watch plants grow. If I get bored, there's always the farmer's daughter.
It has an incredible sense of achievement. Buy sprites. Feel better about yourself. Do it again.
Awesome.
The Digi family of mobile games. It's a revolution in human interaction. It's a revolution in social.
That was a little bit sexist, seeing ladies in pink dresses giving that illusion. Well, yeah, it would do.
Well, wait on, there's a plane there. Does she know how dangerous they are?
Yeah, but think about it. Right, pink car, they easily blend in the environment. I mean, if you go down where I live, right, you know, public transport, and you order a taxi, you guarantee you'll always get the Barbie car, right? Because, you know, because that movie's got really, you know, popular, hasn't it? I mean, a lot of vehicles are, you know, averting to bright pink Barbie mobiles now, aren't they? And it's just, you know, common sight, isn't it, to see?
Well, I don't really notice.
You don't get out much, do you?
What's that got to do with you?
I mean, you don't see any Barbie vehicles on the streets, do you?
Anyhow, she's back on now.
Alright, okay, you know, thanks for telling us. I don't start arguing.
Well, you insulting me saying I don't get out much. You don't get out much as well.
Not here to argue. Anyhow, seems like our Miss Takeaway has got someone actually interested in the vehicle. See, I told you. You know, it might be a male character, but you know, see, very attractive to the colour pink. Didn't seem to think she's a bit of a threat or anything. I mean, look, you see, I told you, these young men might have been stealing that car, but yeah, a lot of them, you know, they just want to really drive Barbie's car.
Why's she got out then? Oh no, she's gonna get shot again.
No, she ain't. Oh, he's like a typical Ken, isn't he? What do you mind by that? Well, in the movie, didn't Ken was always a passenger, wasn't he? Oh, yeah.
Anyhow, Ken used to drive a blue convertible. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, that is right. Anyhow, she's back on, lads. Yeah, I want to know what she's up to. Don't be changing the subject. That is right. It was a colour gender. Oh, bleeding out. Have you seen what's happened to her? She's taking on her present mark too. Yeah, right. You know, we're getting used to seeing our characters get killed, aren't we?
It looks like it's name and shame again. Maybe that character on that Press Mark 2 doesn't like Barbie, or that movie, or anything to do with Barbie.
Well, that isn't on, is it?
She should have been driving Ken's blue convertible, and she might have been alright.
You can't be saying that. That's what I was saying about typical going stereotype with the colour of vehicles. You just beat the object. That President Mark 2 character person could have been a boy or a girl. Don't mean that you know which one it is. You don't know, do you?
Yeah, but the thing is, it happened, didn't it?
Look, it's like that 70s TV documentary I watched, The Worm That Turned, right?
Well, I can't remember that.
Well, I had episode 1 on the previous episode.
The year is 2012. England, traditionally a land of heroes and great statesmen, is in the grip of a new regime. The country is being run by women. They are the breadwinners, the rulers, and their state police strike terror into the hearts of the subjugated male. In short, the roles have been completely reversed. It is the man, not the woman, who now wears the frock. Even their names are feminine. But one poor downtrodden worm is about to turn. This man, Janet Cartwright. Employed as a tea-boy at police headquarters, Janet has one friend he can trust, Betty Chalmers. Our story starts one afternoon over a cup of tea.
I think the secret police have heard about my collection of chauvinistic films. I'm sure the house is going to be searched any moment.
We'll have to get rid of them.
I can't, you see, not before Thursday. Here I'm having the private show in the auction rooms. It'll be the last because it's just getting too risky. Did you know that you can get 3 months hard labour for showing a Humphrey Bogart?
Next day in the hairdressers, Janet and Betty are surprised by a raid from the secret police.
Did you say fainted, old chap? She's dead. Dead? She was only shot in the backside. You can't die of a shot in the backside.
She didn't die of a shot in the backside. She died of a head down the toilet. Yes. Look after both of us, Betty, old chap.
They certainly are, Janet, old boy. The thing is, what are we going to do with the body?
What will happen now? Are Janet and Betty doomed? Can the toilet keep its grisly secret, or will the police flush it out? Don't miss next week's enthralling episode of The Worm That Turned.
What the point of all that, then?
Look, I was just demonstrating, you know, when I saw that in the 70s, it had a big, strong impact.
Right, I was not on about that. I was thinking about pink dresses and pink convertibles.
Oh, you're just sticking to the same subject. I thought you've been babbling on for so long that you got this stigma, ain't you?
Well, yeah.
I think I do as well.
Yeah, we both have.
So you're presuming anybody what sees a pink convertible is automatically going to think, you know, if they're dressed up in a pink skirt, that they're a lady.
Yes.
So I've been bloody wasting my breath then, and you ain't bloody learnt nothing. We're just presuming that you see pink convertible, it's got to be a sort of gender, ain't it? And you know, you ain't learned bugger all. So on that note, right, that's all I should say is on that pink handkerchief, it's time to end the show.
You can't end it like that.
I can't.